by High Templar. And looks like, yep, he's getting that Sonic Storm research right now, and he's also getting Blink, as I predicted. He's getting Blink for his Stalkers. Let's see what else he got over here. It looks like he also got the weapons upgrade for his Stalker. Yep, weapons upgrade. And it looks like he's just doing a little bit of scouting in my base right now. I'm getting the weapons upgrade for my Mutalisk at this time. I'm also doing some raiding over at my opponent's main base, doing some harassment. And I'm able to pick off quite a few probes over here. Let's see how our income compares. So 38 to 52. Picking some out, but gotta watch out for those photon cannons. And he has some additional stalkers that he pulled over to, or he probably just produced them in order to defend his base. Trying to pick off his pylon over here, and then retreating my Mutalisk away from his stalkers. Looks like I still hold the lead in the army size and in the income size. So my economy is bigger than him, my opponent's, and my harvest and my military is also larger than my opponent. So it's not looking so good for my opponent right now, but generally lower pop for population or supply for supply, Protoss army should be able to beat a Zerg army, unless the Zerg army completely counters the Protoss army. Pulled out my links to attack my opponent over here, and also pulled my Mutalisk to attack. And it looks like I'm going to be able to defeat this army over here with little trouble and little difficulty. And that army was wiped out by my Zerg army. Looks like he got a couple of High Templars chilling right now at his base. And looks like he's rebuilding his army size. My harvester count is still a lot larger than his, and actually I believe it's continuing to pull ahead of his. So it's just getting bigger and bigger, the margin between my economy and my opponent's economy. Army size, my army outnumbers my opponents by a pretty large margin as well. And I'm attempting to do a little bit of harass, kill off this assimilator in order to cut down my opponent's ability to make the advanced units such as the High Templar and the Stalkers. But I might have taken a bigger hit by losing a couple of those Mutalisk than I was able to inflict damage on my opponent. But I'm continuing to pump out those links, continuing to pump out those Mutalisk, it looks like I'm now getting some additional upgrades I'm getting the Zerg Flyer Carpus upgrade for my Mutalisk, and I'm getting the melee attack upgrade and the ground Carpus upgrade, which is going to benefit my Zerglings over here. It looks like I'm attempting to take my gold mineral field over here and going back in for an additional harassment of my opponent. And my opponent trying to stop my Mutalisk, but he pulled them all out of his base. It looks like he's going to go for an attack on my base over here. And it looks like he's about to be supply locked. Yes, he's supply locked, but he has a good, decent sized force at my base. Army size not too much smaller than mine, but this kind of army composition is fairly effective. He got a couple of High Templars. High Templars would completely rape Zerg. He's side storming everywhere, sonic storming everywhere. He's able to kill off and damage a bunch of my Mutalisks. With all those sonic storms, I wasn't able to micro fast enough. Looks like I kind of failed at the micro over there, which I do recall in the game. I told my Mutalisks to move over here, but for some reason they like froze up. I'm not sure exactly why they froze up like that, but that caused me to lose a whole lot of Mutalisks. But regardless, I was still able to beat back that army of his, and I'm still in the lead in the resource loss wise. My opponent has lost 9,375 resources versus mine 7,300, so I'm still doing very well. My economy is still larger than my opponent's. So really, it's my game to lose it right now. I mean, as long as I don't do anything dumb, this game should be in the bag for me. Doing a little bit of a more additional harassment for my opponent, killing off a couple of pylons, but it looks like he has such low supply right now. His population is so low that that's not really going to, killing off those pylons is not really doing that much damage to him. He still has a whole lot of space left over, 81 over 124. So, but just trying to keep pressure on my opponent. Well, it looks like I'm getting additional upgrades, getting the level 2 upgrades for attack and for melee attack and for the defense, and I'm also getting the upgrade for the Ultralists rather. So it looks like some Ultralists are be coming out, and we're going to be seeing some Ultralist action coming up shortly if the game lasts long enough. Looks like you got several more High Templars, so I really gotta watch out for those High Templars. They're really a force to be wrecked with. How does that saying go? A force to be tended with, a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, that's how it goes. Force to be reckoned with. But oh wow, I'm making so many Ultralists at this moment. I'm making 6, 8. I don't know how many, but let's see how many I got out right now. Units. It looks like my opponent's not really making much of anything right now. And it looks like my minerals is so high right now. Maybe I should pump out a lot of Zerglings. That maybe I should make a couple of more expansions. But at this point in the game, it looks like it's pretty much game over. But I probably should have taken an additional expansion over here, put a couple of extractors over here, and start mining the Vespine gas over there, so I'll be able to pump out those Ultralists faster than I am right now. Let's see what my units composes of. Looks like 6 Ultralists at this time, which is a significant amount of Ultralists. Wow, these Ultralists are I pulled back these lings over here. I see all the sonic so I decided to pull back the lings in order to save them. He's gonna run out. He's out of energy now, and my Ultralist completely destroys that army. Sonic Storm doesn't do that much damage against me. It does do a lot of damage, but Ultralists have so much HP that it's not going to be able to just kill them all off and completely destroy the Ultralists like they do with the lower HP units such as Zerglings and Hydralisks and even Mutalisks. And my opponent, after losing his army right there, my opponent decides to call a game right there. So good game to my opponent, Fedakeen. And if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. So good luck and have fun, guys. This is AP StarCraft signing out.